Welcome to Sterling High School. Sterling Channel 19 presents the South Jersey Group 2 Championship game featuring the Lady Knights of Sterling going against the Haddonfield Bulldogs. I'm Kevin Schulz, joined by Matt McPherson, soon to be joined by Rob Strauss. And when you look at this game, you're looking at Sterling coming in as the number 2 seed, 25-4 overall. You look at the leading scorers: Jordan Wallace with 18 points a game, Loie Carter with 14, Taylor Carter with 6. Getting 51 points per game on the offensive end, 35 on the defensive end. Sterling on a 7-game winning streak. Sterling's won both games, both previous games against Haddonfield, the number 5 seed, coming in at 25-4. Taylor Sedev, the senior, at 13 points a game. CeCe Mooney at 12 and Kelly at 11. They average 49 points a game on the offensive end. They give up 34 a game. They're on a 9-game winning streak. And Coach Mulligan, Jackie Mulligan, coached at Sterling and coached the last South Jersey Championship in 2005. Matt, we look at the bracket right there, and inevitably, everybody had the feeling that this was going to be the championship game when you look at these two teams.
Well, I think there's very little doubt that the two best teams left in South Jersey and Group 2 are playing in this game tonight. You look at the stats you had up there earlier, identical records, pretty much the same points scored per game, points allowed per game. These two teams, you look at it right there, 51 to 49 points, 35 to 34. The scoring's pretty balanced for Haddonfield. It's identical records. I mean, this is going to be a heck of a game, Kev.
And the one thing, when you look at this game, and if you want to look at an advantage, you've got to point to the fact that Sterling is battle-tested from a championship standpoint for what they did last year. And this is, as we look at the keys of the game, team defense, one of the big keys all year for Sterling, one of the big keys in their first game, especially in that second half: protect the ball, control the tempo, know when to speed it up, when to slow it down. And we are going to take a break for our national anthem.
We also remind you that Sterling High School has removed all headwear while in school, and remind you that there is no smoking while on school grounds. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please rise as we honor America will be singing our national anthem. Singing tonight's national anthem is Sterling's own Money Sulman.
By the dawn
Now get on your feet for the starting lineup for your Sterling Lady Knights. Number 50,
There you see Coach McDonald after the player introduction and a stirring rendition of the national anthem from Amani Solomon, backed up by the super fans, led by Jason Bullock, of course. That's why we have a Silvertone in there leading the way for the super fans.
Yeah, that was great. Amani getting the fans pumped into it even before the game gets started. That was outstanding.
Well, this is absolutely a championship atmosphere. And Matt, we kind of talked about a little bit with the Haddonfield cheerleaders there, how this Sterling team has been here before. Talk about having the experience of being a championship game last year down at Lower Cape.
Yeah, glad you brought that back up, Kev. You brought that a little bit before we had to cut to the national anthem. It is a big deal. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. These girls are nervous. You know, they've been thinking about this all day. Even while they're sitting in their classes, learning about whatever's being taught, they're thinking about this game tonight. And the fact that Jordan Wallace, Leona Carter, Sabrina Shinkowitz, they've all played in this game. I think that's going to help Sterling, at least initially. Just, you know, they won't have they're still going to be nervous, but not as nervous as if they've never been in here before.
And welcome Rob Strauss to our broadcast. Did a great job on the player introductions.
I couldn't even hear myself. I hope you guys heard it.
I'm having trouble hearing you guys right now.
CC Mooney and Jordan Wallace to tip off this South Jersey Group 2 championship. And it's into the Dogs cheerleaders. And it will be Haddonfield basketball to start the game.
And this is a Haddonfield team that really improved as the year went on. You know, they were pretty much a perimeter team. One thing they improved on is their ability to score down in the low post.
So many interesting storylines to choose from throughout this game. We're going to try to touch on all of them as Naomi Carter deflects it and steals it away from Megan Smart. Naomi Carter all the way to the rack, can't get it to drop. And it is out of bounds, will be Sterling basketball.
Now we talked about keys to the game. It was the pressure defense. You saw Carter get the steal, take it down the floor, and Sterling here retains possession.
Interested to see what Haddonfield's going to do defensively. If you remember the last time they played.
Shinkowitz can't hit the layup. Wallace with the rebound and the putback.
Last time they played, they doubled Jordan Wallace and left Sabrina open. We're going to see what kind of defensive strategy they bring this time.
And that's encouraging. Jordan Wallace getting the first putback right there after a tough game the other night, the other day.
Wallace fouled out with just 4 points in the semifinals. A three on the way, in and out. Rebound, Ciamara Cologne.
And Ciamara picking up where she left off on Saturday, getting a real tough rebound right there. We definitely need her offensive presence also.
Naomi Carter being worked on against Megan Smart.
Some aggressive man-to-man defense by Haddonfield.
Shinkowitz backdoor whistle and a travel.
Yeah, it's a good call. She took a little hop before she put the ball down. That's a good call.
You see the defense of Haddonfield. Matt, talk about what Haddonfield did the last time they played Sterling.
Last time they played Sterling, that's Sabrina Shinkowitz wide open. They put 2 girls on Jordan Wallace. You know, they basically gave Sabrina and ended up, I think Taylor Carter later gave her just a wide open jumper if they wanted it and just guarded Jordan with 2 girls.
Annie Stanton down low and now over to CC Mooney, trapped in the corner. And Still nobody can control it. Stay Haddonfield basketball. Matt, you wanted to travel.
I think Mooney traveled on that one.
By Jordan Wallace right here, staying in position. And again, last couple games, Jordan Wallace has gotten foul trouble early. Obviously looking not to have that happen.
Off the inbounds. Mary Kelly, no good. Rebound in the hands of Taylor Carter.
Haddonfield doing a nice job hitting the boards early on. They just can't get anything to fall.
Wallace in the high post. Going to take the shot and hit. Jordan Wallace already matching her point total from the semifinals.
Well, to me, that's a bonus because Jordan Wallace in the high post draws everybody out. If she can hit that jumper, it's going to be a long night for Haddonfield.
Mary Kelly, no. Rebound, Naomi Carter. Nothing falling for the Lady Bulldogs early here. Sterling 4-0. Shinkowitz down low for Jordan Wallace. Yes!
Exactly the start Sterling wanted. Low heat, Naomi Carter very smartly didn't just put the ball down and run down the floor. She waited, she was patient, set up the half-court offense, and they found Jordan down low.
Yeah, Jordan's not going to be denied tonight. Facing some pressure, double teams down low, really using her body, going up strong.
The pass too strong for Mary Kelly, trying to find C.C. Mooney down low. And it's another turnover.
Yeah, Haddonfield's close to needing a timeout right now. Down 6-0. Really haven't gotten any type of offensive rhythm.
You're going to see a man-to-man press here by Haddonfield.
Shinkowitz breaks the press. And now back for Taylor Carter at the point.
Very smart early on by Sterling. I've seen them in the past just go to the basket in that situation.
Carter with the floater, too strong. Wallace with the rebound. She's fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
You just see, I've seen it from Lowy, I've seen it from Sabrina, where at times they've taken that ball and just driven right to the basket. Instead Sabrina catches the ball in the wing, she pulls it back out, and it sets something up for what they want.
And that's going to be a big thing, controlling the tempo, knowing when to speed it up. And there's going to be times when you're going to see Sabrina Shinkowitz get ahead of the pack, have Lowy get ahead of the pack. But they have to know when to slow it down against this Haddonfield team. When to run, when to slow it down. And that's going to be a big key.
The only thing Jordan Wallace hasn't done so far in this opening 3 minutes is hit a three.
She was close on that jumper.
Yes, she was. 1 of 2 at the line for Jordan Wallace. She has all 7 Sterling points. Just a little over 3 minutes into this South Jersey Group 2 championship. Superfans all into it. Drive by Sedev. Swatted away by Wallace.
Yeah, and another thing, you talk about an intangible, they have their offensive end, their half-court set right in front of the superfans over there, and don't think that those superfans aren't making their presence felt.
Not only is it right in front of the superfans, it's far away from their bench, so you can't hear your coach screaming plays.
Sedev. Up top for Stanton. Now down low, almost losing the handle there is Mooney, and now taken away by Shinkowitz. Taylor Carter almost loses the handle, but finds Naomi Carter.
There's Lowy settling it down again. Very smart.
And a foul. That's going to go against Taylor Carter. I'll check that. It's going to be against Lowy, Naomi Carter.
Guys, I like what they're doing on the defensive end. Great perimeter defense, but also denying the passes down to the low post.
Haddonfield still looking for their first bucket. Is it coming here? No. Rebound, Naomi Carter.
Yeah, another shot with a hand in the face. That was the key the last time in the second half.
Lowy, Naomi Carter, too strong for Shinkowitz. And out of bounds will be Lady Dog basketball there. And now a timeout, 30-second timeout, Haddonfield.
And that's one where you probably want to slow it up a little bit. You had Sabrina Shinkowitz ahead, but almost right with a Haddonfield defender right on her. That's where you want to slow it up, get in your half-court set, move the ball around, eventually get it to Jordan Wallace. There you look at the Cape Atlantic National standings.
Ocean City on top 10-0.
Ocean City.
Of course, that Middle Township team.
I think Ocean City just won Group 3 yesterday, didn't it?
Yeah.
And take a look at these two teams, all knotted up 25-4 apiece. 9-1 Sterling overall in the Colonial Liberty. Their only loss coming to Overbrook about 3 weeks ago.
And the type of suffocating defense you're seeing from Sterling on the perimeter, That, in my mind, was what turned things around in the second half of that second game here.
You're right, Kev. That game, Sterling took a 2-point lead in the halftime into the locker room and came out, only allowed 5 points by Haddonfield. Ended up winning the game by 18.
7-0 Jordan Wallace as we come out of the timeout. Megan Smart up top, cross-court pass looking for Sedev. Baseline drive by Sedev. Can't get it to fall. Rebound, Jordan Wallace. And Mooney for Haddonfield, frustrated. Think she could have been a foul there, no call.
You talk about Jordan Wallace, what she's doing on the offensive end. I like her defense just as much.
Cologne throws it away, and now numbers for Haddonfield the other way. She loses the handle, does CeCe Mooney, and now back up top. Wallace standing tall down low, still no basket for Haddonfield. Ball on the floor, will be a foul. If it's on Naomi Carter, that's her second. It is not. It's going to go against Mooney.
I think they're going to say Mooney's foot was out of bounds. I think they're giving Sterling the ball with no foul.
Good call there, Matt. Substitution going to check into the game for Haddonfield. Sasha Feinstein going to check into the game. Wallace wide open in the middle. Shankowitz finally sees her. Now Shankowitz cutting to the basket. Pump fake. Baseline. No. Deflected away and in the hands of Megan Smart. Smart 1-on-2. Jumper, yes. Haddonfield, Sasha Feinstein comes off the bench and gives Haddonfield life. It's 7-2. Carter on the drive. Yes!
What a great job by Taylor Carr. Sensing there's nobody in front of her and had somebody that last second. Great speed, putting it and going in there and finishing with the left hand.
A nice job using the left, I was going to say, Kev.
Layla Zapata set to check in for Sterling at the next whistle. Feinstein trying to look down low. That's going to be a foul on Taylor Carter.
You see the basket by Taylor Carter. A big basket because prior to that, Haddonfield denied the ball down to Jordan Wallace, got the basket, started to get a little bit of momentum, and that basket kind of negated it and took things away from Haddonfield.
Ashley Campo into the game as well for Haddonfield. 2:14 remaining here in this first. Sterling leading 9-2. Glad you joined us here for the South Jersey Group 2 Championship here on Channel 19. Rob Strauss, Kevin Schultz, Matt McPherson on the call. Mooney, no. Rebound, Naomi Carter.
That's a nice play by Haddonfield. Mooney sets a screen and turns and opens to the basket. She finds herself open, can't convert.
Wallace over to Shankowitz. High off glass, no rebound. Zapata. Jordan Wallace gets the offensive rebound. Deflects out of play. Will stay Sterling basketball.
Well, the key to this first that you're seeing, they're going to get the ball back, has been, she didn't convert on that one, a lot of the offensive putbacks, the rebounds by Jordan Wallace here early on.
Naomi Carter inbound in the backcourt now for Shankowitz. Looking for Wallace down low. Lost the handle, goes out of bounds off of the knee of Mary Kelly, and it will stay Sterling basketball.
Megan Smart not happy with that call. She thought it went off of Jordan.
Nice inbounds pass, finds Layla Zapata, yes! She was the X factor in the last game, hit free throws, only 4 points, but those free throws she hit were clutch and did a great job coming off the bench, Matt.
Absolutely, big free throws in the fourth quarter of a tight game in the semifinals.
11-2. Sterling's biggest lead with under 90 seconds to go. Stripped away by Lowy Naomi Carter, now Sterling the other way. Carter looking ahead for Shankowitz. That was telegraphed and picked off by Mary Kelly.
Yeah, that's where you might want to loop it around and slow it down.
Pull-up jumper by Smart. Falls. .60 seconds remaining in the first. Sterling leading 11-4 in the South Jersey Group 2 final.
One thing Haddonfield's done a better job of in the last couple of minutes is denying the ball down to the low post, down to Jordan.
Well over the head for Jordan Wallace, out of bounds. They're obviously a lot of the offense start trying to go through Jordan.
They are. Haddonfield's doing a nice job, as you said, Kev. They're just fronting her. They're just putting the girl in front. You're gonna have to make that lob pass.
There you see that basket by Zapata. Great job of not just going right up, sensing there was an opening to the left-hand side, finding it and getting a putback.
And nothing fancy there, just a cut to an open spot for Zapata. And like you said, a nice job just not settling for that jumper, going and getting an easier shot.
30-second timeout on the floor. Sterling with under a minute remaining in the first.
And one thing I'm looking at Sterling, a couple of the passes down to Jordan, you had the one that was close to the baseline, but most of them have been out from the top of the key. And I think if you go down to the baseline and have the passes come from the perimeter out on the baseline, she's got a better chance of using her body to shield herself from the defender. The passes out front, it's much easier for them to deny her the ball.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. It's a much more difficult pass to make, too. It's a really long pass.
40 seconds remaining here in the first. It's 11-4 Sterling. 7 of those points coming from Jordan Wallace. Jordan Wallace not on the floor right now for Sterling. Xiomara Colon checks in for her. Deflects into the Sterling bench off the fingertips of Taylor Sedev and out of bounds.
Well, it's a good spot to rest Jordan. You get, last closing seconds of the first quarter, you get that additional rest between quarters, so a good spot to sit her. Oh, look at one.
Pass picked off, and a foul. That's going to go against, if it's Taylor Carter, it's her second, and I believe it is. Nope, they're going to give it to Xiomara Colon. That's her first. It's team's third. 24.2 remaining. Inbounds pass. Back up top for Mooney. Mooney to her right to Smart. Now in the corner for 3 on the way. Stanton short. Rebound to Cologne.
Again, great perimeter defense. Stanton, every time she has a shot, always has a hand in the face.
7 seconds left.
Shinkowitz with 5 to go. Cross-court pass to Naomi Carter. Puts up a shot.
Oh, my goodness.
Well off the mark. And that's how we're going to end the first quarter. 11-4 Sterling. Jordan Wallace, a story early here with 7 for the Lady Knights.
Early on, they were able to get the ball down to Jordan Wallace. Of course, one of the stories was the latter part of that quarter, Haddonfield did a good job denying the ball. One thing that was consistent, though, Matt, was defensively, Sterling's perimeter defense really shut down anything Haddonfield could come up with in the way of a 3.
Yeah, you couldn't have summed it up any better, Kev. I mean, Jordan early on, they were able to get her the ball down in the post. Haddonfield's done a nice job of cutting that post off, and they pretty much played even from that 7-0 spurt that Sterling opened up with.
But you really have to like the defense. In addition to the defense Sterling had on the perimeter, did a real nice job denying things down at the low post. Then when they got to the low post, I think one of the things that impressed me was they played defense but under control. You saw Haddonfield get the ball. Jordan Wallace played great positional defense.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. Something that when Layla Zapata comes into the game, she usually comes in for Xiomara, maybe sometimes Jordan. They get a little bit smaller, but they get a little more athletic on the perimeter like you're talking about.
And again, has an impact with that key putback there late in the quarter.
Unbelievable atmosphere here from Sterling High School. A college basketball type atmosphere.
Oh, this is great.
We thought the Middle Township crowd that was here was good. This trumps that 10 times over. Shinkowitz stuck in the corner right in front of the Haddonfield bench, and now Taylor Carter throws it away. Intercepted by Mooney. Mooney going to try and take it herself. Can't get it to fall. She'll go to the line to shoot a pair. Fouls on Taylor Carter. That's going to be her second. It's the team's 4th. It's going to send Cece Mooney and her 12 points a game to the line.
And it looks like to start the second quarter, they brought her out to the high post. And I mean, that creates opportunities because it's going to draw the defense out, can create opportunities in the low post. And we saw what Xiomara Colon can do when she has opportunities with what she did to start the second half in the last game.
1 of 2 at the line for Mooney. And now with Taylor Carter out, Zapata checks into the game. and is playing her position right now. Interesting to see who's going to run the point here, Matt.
I think you probably put it in Lohi's hands to bring the ball up.
And now a steal by Megan Smart, who lays it up and in.
Well, one thing we've seen in the past couple of possessions is you cannot telegraph passes against this Haddonfield team.
Deflected out of bounds. Coach Kate McDonald says it deflected off of Haddonfield. She's not going to get the call, and all of a sudden it's a 4-point game for Haddonfield, and they have possession. Inbounds deflected, it'll stay here. Smart to inbound. Sedev can't handle it. Into the hands of Mooney, walked. She got away with a couple earlier on in the game. She's not going to get away with that one.
So again, real good defense by Jordan Wallace down on the low post.
Inbounds to Wallace. She's going to run the floor here as Ciamara Colon underneath the basket. They find her. Can't hit the layup, and Wallace gets the rebound and puts it home. Jordan Wallace with 9.
You know, another putback, but Matt, talk about Jordan Wallace, her ability to run the floor right there, and that being the key to breaking that press.
Well, not only the key to her to running the floor there, but also being so tall. They really didn't want a press break where they're setting any screens trying to get anybody open. They just lob it to Jordan. And then she turns and nobody's on her, so she brings it up the floor. Robbie said about the only thing she didn't do was hit a 3. How about run the 2-on-1 fast break?
I mean, you add that to the repertoire of Jordan Wallace, who is Rutgers bound next year. Interception by Naomi Carter. She's going to go 1-on-2 the other way. And it's going to be a blocking foul. Haddonfield doesn't like the call. It's going to go against Megan Smart, her first.
So we're going to look at the first replay here with Wallace ditching it off and then getting a putback.
That's a good call. Her feet weren't set. She slid it the last time. Lohi tried to go to her to Lohi's left, and the girl slid. She moved. It was a good call.
And that was the key. You know, we always talk about these girls as they get older, and Lohi, a seasoned veteran right here, knowing to go laterally in the last couple sets of that drive to the basket, getting defenders' feet moving, and ultimately able to draw the foul.
Naomi Carter, a 55% free throw shooter.
And a nice answer by Sterling here as Haddonfield cut it to 4 points and had the ball. Sterling with the opportunity here to take their biggest lead of the game of 8 points.
Yeah, it just felt like Haddonfield was clawing their way back with a couple baskets, but more importantly, the defense, the steals out on the perimeter, but great job of Sterling coming back here and getting some key baskets.
And here you see the versatility of Layla Zapatas playing up top on that zone now.
Sedev for 3, in and out, no good. Rebound, Jordan Wallace. Flirting with a double-double in this half alone right now is Jordan Wallace. Zapata. Back to Naomi Carter. Working against Megan Smart now. Colon finds Wallace down low, yes.
That's a great catch by Ciamara Colon. That pass had a lot of zip on it. Ciamara with a great catch, able to make the pass down to Jordan for that basket.
And even just as good of a pass, right to Jordan in the perfect spot.
Something you'd like to see Sterling do offensively is maybe set some screens away from the ball to open some of these girls up.
Steal by Colon. Jordan Wallace with some space. She'll take it across the timeline. And now hand it over to Colon. Colon double teamed, and it's going to be a jump ball with Mary Kelly. And it will be Haddonfield basketball in the alternate possession.
Well, Haddonfield just trying to do something, but suddenly this game has the same feel in the second quarter that it did in the second half, where Sterling took over with defense and then just getting opportunistic scoring.
Campo and Feinstein check into the game, but there will be a timeout on the floor. I believe it's going to be a full timeout, Sterling.
And one thing when you came into this game, one thing you're always hearing, and we saw it a couple weeks ago with Haddonfield going against Haddon Heights, really doing well on the low post. And you know, they're a team that shoots from the outside. Sterling stopped them on the outside the last game. But the thing I'm impressed with is how Sterling shutting down that low post game in addition to the perimeter defense. And you can get yourself a TV copy of your favorite event, and this is shaping up to being one of them from Channel 19. $20 per event. Make sure you include $3 for the mailing, and make sure you include the name of the event to TV19 at sterling.k12.nj.us. And just a glimpse of our super fans. You see Lexi Fiora right there.
With the fashionable face paint by Lexi.
No truth to the rumor that she started the makeup in 5th period in your class.
Well, I have her 2nd period, so that would kind of
Or even 2nd period. That would even be worse.
No truth that I helped put it on either.
Not at all. Don't believe it.
Got him.
Don't believe anything you hear.
5:15 remaining here in the half. Sterling out to a 17-7 lead. Campo to her right to Feinstein. Trapped in the corner.
Yeah, there's an example of that defense down in the low post by Jordan Wallace.
The Sterling superfans giving it to him, and it may have caused a turnover here. Lowy Naomi Carter 1-on-3, loses the handle off of Naomi Carter and out of bounds.
Didn't get it. Guys, the thing I like about Lowy Carter, she guards the perimeter, and she also comes down and provides help defense down on the low post. So versatile. There's so many little things, if you look at the replay right there, that help this team.
.440 remaining in the half. Haddonfield with possession. Sedev down low, swatted away, erased by Wallace.
Well, you said it. You can't say it better than the eraser here. I mean, she's all the way on the other side of the low post and comes across the floor to knock that ball away.
Just got word from Athletic Director Matt Sheehan. This is a sellout. 3 on the way for Haddonfield. Back of the iron, no good. Rebound, Cologne.
And you can see the pressure defense having an effect. Even when they have some time, they're rushing their shots. Definitely affected by what Sterling's able to do.
Wallace down low. She's fouled at the baseline, and she'll go line to shoot 2.
And Sterling doing a much better job on the defensive rebounding. Haddonfield got 2-3 opportunities early on, just couldn't knock them down. Sterling limiting Haddonfield to 1 opportunity at the basket.
Foul on Annie Stanton, her first, team's 3rd. It's going to send Wallace back to the line. She's 1 of 2 from the free throw line this evening. Make it 2 of 3. 12 points for Wallace, averaging 18 points a game this season, coming off of arguably her worst offensive performance of the season.
Well, this is her best first half in games we've seen, and obviously when you consider the magnitude of this game, which she's been able to come in here and do.
Sedev in the corner, back up top for Smart. Cross-court pass for Stanton. Smart, Sedev, long 3 on the way by Sedev, yes. Taylor Sedev hits the first 3 of the evening for the Bulldogs, and it's 18-10.
That's why you can't count Haddonfield out. If the defensive pressure is right at the 3-point line, they can bring it out. They're a team that can hit from NBA threes.
Naomi Carter doing it all herself. And an offensive foul on Naomi Carter on the drive before she kicked it to Zapata. That's her second.
Three-pointer.
Decision time for Coach McDonald here with 3:39 remaining in the half.
Nice job by Haddonfield with Annie Stanton taking away that baseline drive that we've seen so much, especially in this late playoff run from Lowy Carter.
Just saw Coach Kate McDonald talking to Lowy Naomi Carter saying, use your head, be smart. Haddonfield working down low against Wallace. Shinkowitz comes in with the help defense and deflects it out of bounds. .313 remaining in the half. Sterling, an 8-point lead. Taylor Carter on the bench, set up with another 3. Rebound, Jordan Wallace. She's going to bring it up the floor herself as everybody else was double teamed. And now it's in the hands of Zapata with under 3 to go. Zapata, drive, kicks it over to Wallace. She can't hang on to it. Too hot. Off of Zapata. I thought initially they were going to switch that, and they did not.
Yeah, that looked like that was off of Jordan.
Yeah, I think it's a good call.
Sedev up top, who has the three. Mooney thought about it. Now she's going to drive. Yes. CeCe Mooney, 3 points on the night, all in this quarter.
When you talk about the development of Haddonfield in our low post game, it's CeCe Mooney's name that you hear all the time.
Zapata, tough jumper, no. Wallace with the rebound. Yes. Somehow that falls.
Another huge basket. Just went again. You feel Haddonfield getting some points, doing a job defensively, going on a little bit of a run. Jordan Wallace again comes up big.
20-12 as we approach the 2-minute mark. Deflected away by Zapata into the hands of Shinkowitz, and a foul on Mary Kelly. That's her second.
There you see Leila Zapata going up. Jordan Wallace.
I thought that was going to sit there for a while.
And then the defense comes down and does the job.
Maura Enright going to check into the game for Mary Kelly. It's the first time we've seen Enright this evening. So both teams with players in foul trouble, more so Sterling than Haddonfield at this point. Got Loie, Naomi Carter, and Taylor Carter with 2 fouls.
Yeah, and with the foul trouble and the lead, it wouldn't hurt Sterling just to take some time off the clock, be patient.
Entry from Shinkowitz to Wallace.
Put the ball down low to Jordan and get an easy basket.
Or not, Kev. I think they should attack the basket right now.
That's why we're broadcasters and they're on
patience,
the
patience,
court.
Patience, and that'll get us an immediate basket.
90 seconds left in the half. Sterling in a 10-point lead. South Jersey Group 2 championship. Haddonfield, all sorts of trouble. Deflects off of Haddonfield out of bounds.
And when I see a shot like that, that shot had a lot to do with all the defensive pressure seen from Sterling. A very much rush shot as you look at Jordan here, getting the ball, putting it up, just having a monster game on the offensive end of the floor for Sterling.
Naomi Carter with her 2 fouls brings it past the timeline, trying to find Wallace out of bounds. That's obviously the game plan here tonight in transition for Sterling.
Yeah, it's a tough pass for Jordan to handle.
Looks like it was deflected a little bit there by Enright, but still disrupted the vision of Jordan Wallace. Last minute remaining in the half. 3 on the way, airballed by Megan Smart.
I don't know if you heard our fans are chanting airball every time she touched the ball from the last shot. That's not going to help.
Yeah, and we talk about defense 2 times in a row, had an opportunity, but it was just a quick rush shot. And they definitely have the defensive pressure from Sterling in their heads when they're in the offensive end.
Zapata, Naomi Carter, Shinkowitz, Cologne, and Wallace on the floor for Sterling. 38 seconds remaining. Sterling a 10-point lead. Wallace is the story here. Had 7 in the first and has 9 here in the second. She's right around her per game average. .30 left in the half.
They're going to wait it out right to the end, obviously, here, pulling everything out.
Shinkowitz on the drive, looking for Wallace, deflected out of bounds by Mooney. 19.9 remaining.
I'm going to stop saying they're going to be patient and wait things out because it immediately is followed by a drive to the basket.
Cologne short on the mid-range jumper. That's what was falling against Middle Township. Not so much on that one. 16.2 and a chance for Haddonfield to cut the Sterling lead to single digits.
That's not a bad shot. It's an open look. It's just at this point of the half, 16 seconds. You want to maybe try and hold the ball for that last shot so Haddonfield doesn't get this opportunity here.
6 seconds. 5. Looking down low, deflected away. 2.8 remaining. And Feinstein to inbound underneath the basket. Way up top. Mooney on the drive at the buzzer. She's fouled before the buzzer by Wallace. Fouls on Wallace, her first. That is the team's 6th.
That's a real nice job of CeCe Mooney, sensing where the defender was, and just having a catch and drive and getting to the post, and obviously putting herself in position with drawing the foul to draw Sterling, to draw Haddonfield within 8.
CeCe Mooney to the line. She has 3 points. She's 1 of 2 from the line tonight. They put 0.2 seconds left on the clock. Mooney with the first on the way. Yes. Right in front of the super fans. The good news for Haddonfield, they don't have to shoot at that basket anymore. Second one on the way for Mooney. It's good.
Sterling still has to inbound the ball. There's 0.2 seconds.
You look at CeCe Mooney right there. Matt, we looked at her in the pregame. Not affected by the crowd, was laughing and looked very relaxed. And obviously, she had a lot of cool right there.
And Sterling is going to bring it an 8-point lead into the locker room in this South Jersey Group 2 championship. We'll be back with what will prove to be an exciting second half. 22-14 Sterling in the South Jersey Group 2 championship. We're back right after this. And welcome back to Sterling High School, host of the South Jersey Group 2 Girls Basketball Championship. Rob Strauss, Kevin Schulz, and Matt McPherson. Sterling holding an 8-point edge, 22-14 as we look at the leading scorers, and there's really only one big name on there, Kevin, and Jordan Wallace.
Well, Jordan Wallace is doing it all. You know, initially they were able to get the ball down to her and put the ball right back up, but she's obviously been their offensive force. And then you have Carter with 2, Loey Carter also with 2. Moody on the other end started to come alive there towards the end of the half, drive the basket and the foul and the 2 foul shots. Then Smart and then Taylor Sedev with the 1 3-point shot.
Switch over to foul trouble. Matt McPherson, you got 2 Sterling starters, key players in this offense with 2 fouls apiece.
Yeah, 2 fouls at this point, not a huge deal. You want to play smart, but nobody really in serious foul trouble for either team here. With Kelly with 2 for Haddonfield.
Well, there you have Jordan Wallace. Obviously, you're talking about what she's been able to do on the offensive end. Also a great job defensively, as is a lot. Most of the Lady Knights on the perimeter, down in the low post.
As we focus on one of the many storylines coming into this game, Jackie Donovan Mulligan, who's now the head coach of the Bulldogs, a 1990 Sterling graduate, had 2,500 points, and there was no three-point line.
That's
unbelievable.
1990, not just South Jersey, but New Jersey Player of the Year. There you see the team right there, the 89-90 Lady Knights, and just an outstanding career for Jackie Donovan Mulligan. State champ 2 years, and there you see Coach Kate McDonald. She played in 1993, also a 2,000-point scorer. Just an incredible career for Coach McDonald. And you couldn't have written the script better. You look at Coach McDonald there with a couple of her teammates.
And if you look at Coach Kate's daughter, Mackenzie, it's almost like they are spitting images of each other.
Spitting images, right.
It's crazy.
Now there's Jordan Wallace, and obviously she's got to continue to have a strong game here as we go into this second half. And don't think that this Haddonfield team, only down by 8, is out of this game. You know, I think one thing Sterling's got to do, they did a great job on defense. Jordan Wallace did a great job. They've got to limit the turnovers. Maybe not push the ball up as much. And you know, if it's not there to get ahead of the pack, bring it back, put it in a half-court set.
Haddonfield looks, no, I guess they're back in that main defense. They're putting everybody on Jordan. Start out 2 girls, then 3 girls on her.
We saw that against Middle Township, and they held her to 4 points that way. Carter gets around 1. Carter, a little floater, no. Gets her own rebound, puts it up short again. Wallace with the offensive board, surrounded by Bulldogs, can't get it to fall. And into the hands of Taylor Sedev the other way for the Bulldogs. Sedev, too strong, off of Shinkowitz, and stays here.
There you see Sedev right there trying to draw the foul against Carter, going right at her.
A substitution, going to check in the game. Layla Zapata quickly, just 37 seconds into this one. going to sub in for Xiomara Colon. Megan Smart to inbound. Deflected off of Naomi Carter. Will stay here. If you're just joining us, Matt Sheehan, the athletic director here at Sterling High School, informed us that this is a sellout. And we've been here for 10 years, guys. I don't remember the last time this gym was a sellout. I think it was graduation a couple years ago. Deflected off of Sedev, and it will be Sterling basketball.
That's a good call. Lohi Carter read that pass all the way, got a hand on it, but then the ball went off of Sedev.
She's been all over the floor the entire night. That's had to have been about the 10th ball she's batted away, and obviously Sterling gets possession here.
Carter for three, no. Rebound, Jordan Wallace. Wallace double teamed. She's fouled and will go to the line.
I'll tell you, if they run that play again, the entire defense went to Jordan, and Taylor Carter is wide open on that cut to the basket. They don't even look for her to get her the ball. She's wide open. Every defender went to Jordan.
And I think even the previous time Taylor Carter got the ball, drove to the basket, and threw up a shot, that's where you probably wanted to go a little deeper into that drive, move a little lateral like we see Lohi Carter do at times, give herself a chance to draw the foul.
Last foul was on Mary Kelly. That's her third. So Jackie Donovan-Mogan going to be forced to go to the bench early and bring in Maura Enright. Wallace with another on the way. She's 50% from the line coming into this half. And she's 0 for 2 from this one. Sterling 4 of 8 as a team from the free throw line.
Well, both teams opening up this second half, trying to find their way offensively.
Wallace deflects it out of bounds, looking for Mooney down low. It'll stay Lady Bulldog basketball. Smart to inbound, trying to find somebody. She finally does, and it's deflected by Naomi Carter.
Well, you said it a minute ago, Kev, how Naomi Carter's been active defensively. It may not show in her point production, but she's been all over the court defensively.
Stanton to Sedev. One of the advantages that both offenses have in this half, their bench is right in front of them, so it's a little bit easier to get the play calls in. Sedev for three, no. Offensive rebound down low. It's going to be a foul on Carter.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Mooney's going to go to the line.
Replay.
I think they're going to call this on Jordan.
That is going to be against Jordan Wallace. That's her second.
Clean on the block, but the body's hitting. That's where you're going to get the call.
3 of 4 from the line tonight is Mooney with 5 points. In and out on the first attempt by Mooney. Coming into this game, averaging 12 a game.
Haddonfield wasn't going to do much early on in the first half, but Mooney late in the second half, and here late in the first half, early in the second half, showing signs of life down in the low post.
1 of 2 from the line for Mooney. Bulldogs are 4 of 6 from the charity stripe this evening. Wallace trying to break the press. Look at the moves by Wallace. Add that to the list of things, Matt McPherson.
I'd like to see Sterling set some screens away from the ball to free up some of these other players here.
Carter to Wallace, yes!
And that's that pass down in the low post, Matt, where it's a little bit towards the baseline, not out in front. Jordan Wallace is able to use her body to shield the defender.
Looks like one of the Bulldogs getting some attention by the training staff on the bench as Mooney flips one in on the baseline. I believe that's Mary Kelly getting some attention. Zapata wide open from Wallace, lays it up and in. 4 points from Layla Zapata.
I think Jordan put the ball on the floor, realizing right when she did it, she saw Wallace was able to regain control the ball and get the ball ahead to Zapata, and she makes it count.
3 on the way by Smart, yes. Megan Smart has scored in each quarter tonight. She has 7. Wallace over the timeline. Double team as Shinkowitz underneath, can't hit the layup, but gets her own rebound, and it's deflected out of bounds, and Shinkowitz goes down hard.
Now you see the previous play with Jordan shielding the defender, going right up.
And they're going to sub out. Xiomara Cologne's going to come out, and I think that was, yes, she's holding a right eye, and she's going to go right over to, yep, it is a contact issue. I hate it when that happens. Naomi Carter, a little too quick, wanted to release that quickly and did not. And now over to Taylor Carter, who's double teamed. Zapata.
Yeah, you can see Haddonfield's going to trap if the ball gets out in that corner.
And that's a reach-in on Mary Kelly. That's going to be her 4th. That's the team's 2nd. And that's going to, as quickly as Mary Kelly came into the game after she was getting some attention from the medical staff, she's now back on the bench. Nice look for Zapata, who can't hit it. Trying to get her own rebound, but Sedev puts it up, and they're going to call it a foul. Xiomara Cologne wants to travel. She's not going to get it.
That's a great play by Sterling on that last inbounds. Unfortunately, unable to convert the layup. Everybody went to the screen, and Layla Zapata broke wide open.
Haddonfield with a chance to cut the lead to 4. This is where Sterling right now, with Haddonfield making a run, has to maintain their composure.
Trying to see who the foul was on. Still nothing up on the board. They're going to call it on Layla Zapata, her 1st, team's 2nd.
I don't even know where Layla was in that play. Layla missed the layup at the other end.
And Shinkowitz going to check back into the game for Zapata. 26-20 Sterling, 4:35 remaining in the 2nd. Or excuse me, in the 3rd quarter. Inbound to Sedev. Sedev trapped in the corner by Carter. Cross court. Mooney all the way against Wallace. No. Wallace with the rebound.
We saw a little bit of contact there. Thought there was going to be a call on Mooney to drive to the basket.
Carter on the drive, left side. No, in and out. Rebound by Wallace. She's fouled. Maura Enright in there, among others for the Lady Bulldogs, but Enright's going to pick up the foul. That's her 1st, team's 3rd, and Haddonfield having a real tough time, as most South Jersey teams have, against Jordan Wallace.
Yeah, you saw that opening right there. The only thing that kind of stopped that drive to the basket was the help defense coming over towards Taylor Carter.
Sterling, 4 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. Jordan Wallace has missed 4 straight from the line.
3 this quarter, I believe. 3 missed free throws, 2 missed layups.
And he erases that drought right there. And it's 27-20. This game could easily be a double-digit lead. The winner of this game will play Thursday at either Manasquan or Rumson Fairhaven at a neutral site. Wallace erases another. Mooney, the latest victim.
Just as Mooney started to become effective down the low post, Jordan Wallace does a great job with the defense, the position, and the block.
Naomi Carter, cross-court pass for Taylor Carter. She's fouled. She'll go to the line. I believe that's Mooney on the foul.
As we talked about, Taylor Carter able to get open away from the ball. Great catch and drive right there. And getting herself and drawing the foul.
Fouls on Feinstein. Off the bench, her 1st. That's the team's 4th. Pass picked off. That was telegraphed and picked off by Feinstein. Shinkowitz on the help defense fouls Sedev from behind. And that's going to be Shinkowitz's first, team's third.
Not a bad foul at all. Last thing you want is an easy layup in that situation.
Megan Smart to inbound to Feinstein. Back to Mooney working against Wallace. Can't find any real estate, and rebound bounces around into the hands of Naomi Carter, who's triple teamed but breaks it. Carter, crossover, finds Shinkowitz, goes off of, I believe, Maura Enright and out of bounds. The later this goes, the more intense this game is becoming. Well, Naomi Carter in and out on the three. That's a foul on Wallace. That's going to be her third, team's fourth.
Well, those rebounds she can get over small players, but they're going to call for that one. That was a tough one right there. Like I said, I'm looking at the rebound. I don't know that was too much over the top. Obviously, Mooney had position.
Wallace going to take a break here at the 3:08 mark of the third quarter, 27-20. Mooney again with no Wallace. Can't get it to fall. Enright back up top for Smart. Yes. Megan Smart for three. Her second of the quarter, and the Bulldogs are within four. That's going to be a foul on Feinstein, her second, as Carter trying to get around it. Team's fifth.
Well, Haddonfield really trying to impose its will on the low post. Kicks that one right back out, and Smart makes Sterling pay for it.
Yeah, Smart's hit a couple of big threes in this game.
Again, Jordan Wallace on the bench right now with 3 fouls. Mary Kelly on the bench for Haddonfield with 4. Naomi Carter deflected. Gets the rebound as Zapata. Yes! Right place, right time for Layla Zapata.
With a huge basket right there.
She has 6 points. 29-23. 2 minutes remaining in the third. Enright, no. Rebound, Naomi Carter. Haddonfield trying to trap her.
I keep an eye here on Layla Zapata.
Down low, off the hands of Cologne and out of bounds.
They're really pressuring Lowy and Taylor. They're not pressuring Layla as much. I'd maybe let her bring the ball up. They're really not pressuring her in the half-court set.
It's going to be a timeout, Sterling. It's going to be a full timeout. Coach Kate McDonald going to slow things down a little bit as Haddonfield on a little bit of a run, outscoring Sterling right now 9-7, excuse me. And we're going to have some video now of the 2001 championship, the last time Sterling won Group 2, among other things, back in 2001.
When the South...
It's over. 5/10 of a second that was, and we have a champion of champions in the Sterling Lady Knights. They were the Group 2 champions for the past 2 years, and this year they can add an asterisk to their state championship as they went on to become the New Jersey Tournament of Champions winner. They've never won it before. In fact, South Jersey's never won it before. So the Sterling Lady Knights and that string saying South Jersey is well represented now in this Tournament of Champions.
It's been an unbelievable feeling, an absolutely incredible feeling right now, but honestly, you might call me the head coach and I'm the one that's standing up there, but really it's Bill Ulrich is the head coach of this team. And
take a look at Haddonfield head coach Jackie Donovan Mulligan, Chulsey, and that video really says it all there. A heck of a career here in South Jersey girls basketball.
Yeah, and again, winning the whole thing, that says a lot. Not only winning South Jersey, not only winning the state, but winning the Tournament of Champions for a Group 2 school is just amazing.
How weird has it got to be for her, who won a championship here, now playing against her former team Sedev throws up an air ball. Shinkowitz looking down low, throws it away.
And they're going to say that's deflected. That's going to stay Sterling ball. Sterling catches a break here. They're a little bit out of control.
Oof.
I guess Layla didn't touch that ball. Kind of hard to see from the camera angle, but they're going to give the ball to Sterling.
Naomi Carter inbound to Zapata. 1:15 remaining in the third. Sterling with a 6-point lead. Carter around one. Zapata wide open.
This is what I mean, how they're not pressuring her. They really are not pressuring her.
Even
on
in the
perimeter.
half-court set, they're not putting a lot of pressure. You don't see help defense coming down when she gets to the point where she's got the ball down on the low post.
Zapata had Shinkowitz open momentarily. But one of the most patient possessions in recent memory here is Kayla Carter misses a layup and a foul the other way. A lot of blown layups for Sterling. Let's just hope it doesn't come back to haunt them as a foul underneath is going to go, I believe, against Shinkowitz. That's her second.
Well, you got to make layups, guys, you know. Don't get too many open looks. You got to knock them down.
30 seconds left in the third. Mooney is fouled.
You see Sabrina Shinkowitz right there just trying to have that ball, but got body in the hand a little bit too.
That's 3 on Shinkowitz, 2 in the last 15 seconds.
A couple of these are frustration fouls. Just as a team, they're just frustrated right now.
Almost a backcourt, yeah. 20 seconds ago. Open in the corner is Stanton for 3 is short. Rebound, Cologne. Up court to Zapata. 2-on-1 the other way with Shinkowitz. Zapata stops, pops, and hits. Layla Zapata continuing her X-Factor dominance here in the South Jersey Group 2 final. 3 on the way at the buzzer is no good. And Sterling is going to take an 8-point lead into the final frame.
And that could be, you know, we talked about this, the latter part of this quarter. Look at Layla Zapata right here, getting ahead of the pack, pulling up for a jumper, getting a big basket right here. Leaving her open, giving her some room in this fourth quarter could be the key. If she takes advantage of that, could be the key to Sterling winning this Group 2 championship, because they're really putting a lot of pressure and aren't going to allow Jordan Wallace to hurt them anymore here. You see our cheerleaders doing a great job as always. Yeah, it's amazing. Sterling right now has got the 7-point lead, and we talked about it could be an easy double-digit lead. You had a couple easy opportunities, probably 4 or 5 opportunities right under the basket that you didn't take advantage of. And when you get opportunities like that against the Haddonfield team, you've got to take advantage of it.
Super fans doing a great job this entire week. They showed up on a Saturday matinee game against Middle Township, and they have sold out this gym tonight for the South Jersey Group 2 Championship.
And they have absolutely brought the energy tonight.
Absolutely.
They are fantastic.
Shulzy, we've been doing games here for 10 years.
The best atmosphere.
Hands down.
No question about it in the last 10 years.
Sterling 8 minutes away from a South Jersey Group 2 championship. Haddonfield stands in their way. Buckle your seats for a rather interesting final 8. Smart. Sedev thought about the 3, but she traveled. Watch the shuffle of the feet. Jordan Wallace back into the game for Sterling. Carter across the timeline, working against Stanton. Screen set up for Shinkowitz by Wallace. Shinkowitz on the drive now. Baseline, yes! Sabrina Shinkowitz drives all the way to the hoop for her first bucket of the game, and Sterling's out to a 10-point lead.
And I think that was a play where the defense got clogged up around Jordan Wallace and weren't able to get over to Sabrina Shinkowitz.
You kind of marked down that 3:08 mark of the third quarter. Sterling up 7, Jordan going out of the game, and they were able to weather that storm and actually increase it to an 8-point lead.
And that was with missed easy opportunities also.
Exactly.
Three on the way, off the back of the iron, rebound to Shinkowitz, quickly up to Taylor Carter. Has Naomi Carter up top, fakes. Naomi Carter, her first field goal of the night, gives Sterling their biggest lead of the game.
That's a smart play by Lowe. Her momentum's carrying her under the basket. She regathers herself, takes a dribble to get herself a better shot.
See the drive by Shinkowitz here, off the window and in.
And Sterling, again, time after time, you've got these rushes, these pushes. You see Haddonfield regaining the momentum in the game and really making a run, drawing it within 4. Great job by Sterling, fighting it off, and what a start to this fourth quarter.
Kind of has the feel, there's still plenty of time left, but it has the feel if Haddonfield was going to make a run, that third quarter was the chance to do it. And Sterling missing a lot of easy opportunities.
And
last home game for not only the girls basketball team, but also the cheerleaders, some of the senior cheerleaders saying goodbye to Sterling. They've done a great job, so I want to give them a big shout out.
And we talked about the monster first half Jordan Wallace had, but it's amazing. This is the 3rd straight game. Jordan Wallace has been taken out of the game in the 3rd quarter due to foul trouble. Look how the teams responded 3 times in a row, especially tonight in the championship game.
Stanton over to Smart. Sedev. Smart fakes the shot, trying to set up somebody, and the Sterling defense is suffocating right now. Mooney on the drive, took a ton of steps, no call, and gets it to fall. She has 10 points. And now a steal by Sedev. Sedev all the way, scoop lane is good. Sedev's first bucket since the second quarter when she hit a 3. 35-27. Carter around 1. Finds Wallace. Wallace turn around. Yes! Jordan Wallace has 21 points.
And what a great job by Carter. Just kind of drawing the help defense over her way. Nice soft, perfect pass to Jordan Wallace in a low post, and she knows what to do with it.
Back to a 10-point edge for Sterling. Tons of time. Mooney erased again, and now a foul. Jordan Wallace has done it from beginning to nearly the end here.
She's been the story. She's been the story at both ends, offensively, defensively, running the 2-on-1 fast break.
Last foul was on Annie Stanton, her second. It's a team 6, so next foul by Haddonfield will put Sterling on the line.
Going back to that last replay, guys, I like Jordan Wallace's adjustment in mid-flight of the ball to pass to her, to adjust, turn her body, and again, do a great job shielding the defender from her.
Carter to inbound. Breaks the press, and now we'll back it out and try and slow things down, but the Haddonfield defense, with their backs up against the wall, are going to be crawling. Zapata, foul line jumper, just in and out. Rebound to Zapata, somehow gets it to Wallace, can't hit the layup, gets her own rebound, turnaround is yes! Everything falling for Jordan Wallace right now.
Has probably had more second opportunity baskets in this game than I think at any time I've seen her have throughout this season.
Stanton over to Smart. Sedev, three-pointer on the way, short rebound, Taylor Carter. Shinkowitz and Zapata with her, looking for Shinkowitz out of control. And Jordan Wallace is shaking her head. You don't have to do that. If you can read her English, you don't have to do that, exactly what she just said.
And that's where you want to circle it around with a little over 4 minutes left. Run your half-court set. Force Haddonfield to come out at you at the perimeter.
Stanton and Sedev up top. Feinstein set to check in for the Bulldogs at the next whistle. Halfway through this fourth quarter, Sterling with a 12-point lead. Sedev, three on the way, short. May have been deflected. Wallace with the rebound.
Great defense out there on the perimeter, forcing Sedev to get off kind of an off-bounce shot out on the perimeter.
Wallace hands it back to Taylor Carter. 3.5 to go. This is going to be the longest 3.5 minutes for the Lady Knights. Wallace, double team, gets away from it. Finds Naomi Carter, stolen away by Shinkowitz. Shinkowitz to Naomi Carter, yes! Lowie Naomi Carter. All 2 field goals of hers coming in this all-important fourth quarter and a timeout on the floor.
And there's been a lot of pushes by Haddonfield to come close, but I think Sterling may have fought off the last one right there.
It's a full timeout, 30-second timeout. Haddonfield.
This is just a case of finding a way to make it happen on the offensive end as you look at Sterling right there, and it comes off a great defensive effort in Haddonfield's half-court set. Great pressure on the perimeter. Look at our super fans right there.
Super fans got here as early as 4 o'clock for this game. They were lined up out of the fitness center entrance behind the school, faces painted, full regalia, and they have absolutely brought it here tonight.
There you see Jordan Wallace, clearly the MVP of this game.
23 points out of Wallace with under 3 to go here in the fourth. And now she gets the steal. A 14-point lead, the biggest of the night for the Lady Knights. Taylor Carter has it deflected away by Mooney, trying to find Wallace as she has done all night.
It's a good thought, just didn't get enough air under the pass.
Naomi Carter in the backcourt. Now for Taylor Carter, 2:30 remaining in the fourth. Carter gets around one all the way to the dish. No. Rebound to Jordan Wallace, and it's going to be a foul on Wallace. That's our fourth. Foul comes at the 2:25 mark of the fourth, and that's their 7th foul. It'll be a 1-on-1 situation for Haddonfield. Exactly what they wanted right now, to put them on the line and without taking any time off the clock and to score some points.
Yeah. Now this is where you're going to see Haddonfield, based on what happens here, get the ball back in her hands, try to deep threes.
First trip to the line tonight for Sedev, as Campo will check in for Sedev after she shoots her free throws. First one by Sedev is up and good. Haddonfield has to empty the tank here with 2:25 remaining if they want a shot at the South Jersey Group 2 Championship.
Well, it's miracle territory, and obviously you're going to see a timeout right here, Jackie. Oh. No, we're going to take Sedev out of the game. Okay. But if the ball gets inbound, they've got to foul right away if they don't get the steal.
Naomi Carter for Wallace.
She had numbers down the floor, but didn't see it.
Wallace, something we haven't seen her do pretty much all season, bring the ball up by herself. Now back out to Taylor Carter.
Sterling's just going to take their time.
And a 5-second violation. Sedev going to check back into the game. That's an offense for defense situation there.
I'm going to go to you, Matt, to explain that look on your face.
I don't know that she was even dribbling the ball for 5 seconds. I thought I saw some separation. I thought I saw the ref break the count and then start it again, but obviously I'm mistaken.
2 minutes remaining in a kickball by Shinkowitz.
And that's how diplomatically you would have handled that if you were the coach, right?
Especially in this situation.
Nothing really on the line here tonight. 3 on the way by Feinstein. No. Rebound to Wallace. Wallace looking for Carter. Lazy pass finds Sedev, who can't hit the layup. Wallace corrals the rebound. Up the court has Zapata wide open. Zapata. Yes! Layla Zapata, the X Factor, is just at double digits. Sterling 90 seconds away from a Group 2 championship. Mooney, count the basket and the foul, and that's Jordan's 5th.
Well, give credit to this Sterling team. As you look at Zapata right there getting ahead of the pack. You know, it wasn't your perfect game. It was kind of symbolic of this entire run and a lot of the games they've had against big-time teams where it wasn't perfect, but they're just finding a way to get it done. I mean, and that's pretty much, I think, how you can sum up this team.
And that's what Kate usually says that in her post-game interview. They just find a way to get it done.
Every girl, obviously Jordan Wallace is the MVP, but every girl has stepped up at one point or another and had a big part in fighting off one of Haddonfield's runs.
Jordan getting a huge ovation from the crowd here after fouling out.
Standing O from Jordan Wallace in a smirk.
A well-deserved standing O.
As Mooney calmly hits the free throw. And a foul quickly by Stanton. That's going to be her 3rd, team 7th in a 1-on-1 situation coming. Can't say enough about the job that Jordan Wallace has done here tonight. Offensively, defensively, 23 points by Jordan Wallace.
Yeah. Amidst a lot of defensive pressure down in the low post. I mean, Haddonfield really gave it all they had. And even in that second half, you could have 3 players crash down on Jordan, but just found a way to get it done and had a lot of, first half was the half where she had all her points, but the second half had some key putbacks at key times in this game.
Carter can't convert the front end of the 1-on-1. Haddonfield clinging to life here with 1:15 remaining in the 4th. Stanton. No. Rebound, Naomi Carter.
They bring up Wallace 23 points, probably had 23 rebounds as well.
And a hard foul. A nice bout of sportsmanship by Annie Stanton to help up Naomi Carter.
Especially to get things started off, Matt. In that first half, it was just a dominating effort, both offensively, with the rebounding, the block shots, the defense, and especially the defense against Mooney, a girl who's really had an impact on Haddonfield's run down on the low post, a team that traditionally shoots from the outside, and she's been a big reason why they've got to this game.
First one is good for Naomi Carter. Last foul was on Stanton, her 4th, team's 8th. Both teams, 8-team fouls, 65 seconds remaining here in the 4th. One more on the way from Naomi Carter. Perfect from the line. Naomi Carter 4 for 4. 1 minute remaining in the South Jersey Group 2 Championship. Sedev for 3, short, rebound, Zapata. And she's fouled by Stanton. If that's her 5th.
Well, everybody's feeling it. You see Coach McDonald going right on down the whole bench, high-fiving everybody.
That is Stanton's 5th, team's 9th. They're going to bring in Naomi Carter, one of the seniors, coming in for Sabrina Shinkowitz. And here comes the ovation for Sabrina Shinkowitz. Layla Zapata at the line for Sterling. Misses the front end. 50 seconds remaining. Foul by the aforementioned Naomi Carter. 47 0.7 remaining, 45-32. That's Ahi's first, team's 9th. Smart at the line, misses the first. Now into the game, Amani Suleiman, who sang the national anthem, replacing the X Factor, Layla Zapata.
Yeah, what a job Layla Zapata's done in the latter part of this season. Another girl who's continued to have a great impact at every game, every round that we've seen right here, and obviously had a great impact in the championship game.
Taylor Carter controls with 45 seconds remaining. Has to get across the timeline. And does so. Working against Gallo. Suleiman. Sterling, 30 seconds away from a South Jersey Group 2 championship. Ahi, Naomi Carter, too strong off glass. Amani Suleiman, no! Rebound and a foul on Amani Suleiman with 20 and a half seconds remaining, but Coach Kate's starting to feel it.
Yeah, I couldn't be happy for her, guys.
Yeah,
she truly deserves this. I know as a coach how tough it is to get this spot. It's her third trip here, and I couldn't be happier for her.
And I think this championship run started with what happened at the end of last year's. And look at Coach, I know, they worked hard in the summer and carried it on through the regular season, and just did an outstanding job.
Smart hits the first as Haddonfield going to go to the bench. Bridget Poisel going to check into the game, replacing CeCe Mooney. Nice night out of Mooney, leaving the game with 13 points. One of two from the line. Haddonfield with the rebound. Three on the way, too strong. Rebound, Taylor Carter. She's got to get it across the timeline. 5 seconds remaining in the South Jersey Group 2 Championship. And the Sterling Lady Knights proving that we is greater than me. They are the 2016 South Jersey Group 2 champions. We'll let the pictures tell the story here. Will go over and salute the superfans who absolutely brought the noise and were the sixth man in tonight's game, and now they've rushed the floor. Sterling so close last year against Lower Cape May. What? So close last year against Lower Cape May. Went to overtime and lost to an amazing, amazing team in Lower Cape May and Lauren Holden. Who's now playing her game at Hofstra. You can only hold the super fans back so much until they stormed the court. They knew it was just a matter of time. Sterling coming away with a 45-34 victory, and they are the South Jersey Group 2 champions. Some of the former players that Coach McDonald has coached over the years in attendance tonight. Rachel Hodge, Tanjay Lewis. Saw a pregame. The likes of Kylie O'Donnell. Was here on the Middle Township game this weekend. What an amazing performance by Jordan Wallace tonight. 23 points, fouls out of the game late. Easily a double-double out of Jordan Wallace. The superfans brought it an hour before the game even started. A college basketball championship atmosphere here at Sterling, and one that I'm sure nobody in this gym will ever forget. The ladder is up. But do we have a pair of scissors? That is the question. And now Coach Jones is going to come over, and Jordan Wallace is going to be the first to get the scissors. Athletic Director Matt Sheehan in there as well. Sterling will play Thursday at a neutral site, either against Manasquan or Rumson Fairhaven, both North Jersey teams. And there's the trophy. Matt Sheehan hands it over, gives it to Jordan Wallace. And Matt, you've won a championship. What is this feeling like?
I'll tell you what, it's like nothing in the world. Man, I'm tearing up right now because I'm so happy for Kate. I'm happy for Kate. It brings back so many amazing memories. It's hard to put in words. It's everything that you work so hard for. It's just so emotional.
Presentation going on right now. They're going to get the team photo right there, which will be breaking Twitter, I'm sure, in a matter of seconds, if it hasn't already. Now, Matt, when you won your South Jersey championship and eventually went on to the state title, how do you keep the girls motivated in a game like this, coming into a game like this?
You don't really have to motivate them. I mean, it's what any team that's any good strives to do at the beginning of the season. And it's so hard to get to this point. Once you get there, the girls are just motivated already. It's just a matter of keeping them focused and keeping them loose. And Kate did a good job of that. She's done a good job of that all year. I mean, she really just promotes just a strong family atmosphere. I mean, these girls would do anything for her. They'd run through a wall for her.
And you see in your screen right there a couple of her former players, Tanjay Lewis, Rachel Hodge. You'll see them at every single playoff game. They come back and to support the person in their life that has meant so much to them. And that says a lot about the job that Kate does and Coach Jones and even yourself, Matt, that you guys did, the impact that you made on them, that they come back to their high school years later.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I didn't want to interrupt that moment there. It's just a testament to Kate and the program she's created here. You obviously have Rachel and TJ here now. You had Kylie O'Donnell, Nisa Sanchez, TJ Rachel at the Middle Township game on Saturday.
And there goes Loie Naomi Carter, going to be the first to cut down. There's been so many good teams here, Matt, over the years. The Kylie O'Donnells, the Monica Birches, the Tanjay Lewis. Some phenomenal teams that just ran into some better teams. Where does this team rank?
Oh, well, that's hard to say. Let's let them enjoy this moment. I don't want to rank them. But you're right, though. I mean, it may not be the most talented team that Kate's ever had, but obviously the most successful one she's ever had.
Ahi got it some playing time at the end. The seniors are going to go first. Having a tough time with the scissors there.
I blame that on Mr. Clank.
That's about to say, Mr. Clank's going to sharpen those scissors. He's going to hand it off now to Ciamara Cologne. A great game out of her.
Does she even need a ladder?
No, most of them don't. I would need 2 ladders to get up there. And now Taylor Carter. The point guard role for Taylor Carter this season after the departure of a great leader last year running the point.
It was Amani Suleiman who started the whole thing off with the national anthem, getting the super fans all fired up.
She's been doing the anthem here for a couple years, a la Kate Smith of the Philadelphia Flyers, and she got everybody going. Sabrina Shinkowitz, a 2-time South Jersey Group 2 champion, first in soccer, now in basketball.
Multi-sport.
Hana Marshall now injured about a month and a half into the season with a broken wrist. Didn't get into the game, or didn't get into the second half of the season, obviously, with a broken hand. She's still nursing that, and now it's Layla Zapata, whose free throws may have sent them to this point against Middle Township. And the rest of the Sterling Lady Knights getting a little bit of the nets. Mayani. One of the managers the unsung heroes on this team that do a great job with the books.
Well, Mayani's role is kind of a hype role. She comes on the morning news, gets everybody hyped up. She's at the end of the line when they come out of their introductions, getting up. She's got different handshakes with everybody, getting everybody all hyped up.
KC, another one of the managers. If you've ever gotten close to the scorer's table, she is entertaining to listen to say the least. Another firecracker on the team. And Jessie Clank.
She can yell at her dad later tonight about the scissors.
What a great moment and a great tradition of cutting down the nets. As Clank goes down, I wonder who's up next. It's going to be Maddie Whalen, who's going to be the future of this team, as a lot of these seniors are going to move on and graduate. And it's these younger players that are going to carry the tradition. Becky Kraus climbing up the ladder now, a sophomore. What a great experience at such a young age to experience this. I'm just happy to be an announcer at this point, and I had nothing to do with the game.
Well, it's something these guys will remember the rest of their lives, whether they're seniors playing in the game or, like you said, here's Karina O'Neill. She's going to remember whatever she goes on and does in her high school career. She'll always remember cutting down the net in the South Jersey Group 2 championship game.
And Chris Jones, assistant coach, heading up there to cut down his little part of the net. He gets his. He likes it. The amount of time and effort you cannot calculate. And Emily Kozaneski getting up there. Mr. K, that's a keepsake for you. And now, head coach Kate McDonald has waited so long for this moment.
wouldn't take that off for a week if I were her.
The fresh lays around her neck from the Naomi Carter family. You got those from your championships, Matt. What does that represent? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, that started out as kind of a joke from me on my end, because Kate used to get them. Leilani, when Leilani played for Kate, the Naomi Carters are half Hawaiian, and they used to give Kate a lei at each playoff game. And I had them in volleyball. I said, why don't I get a lei? So they waited till the state championship, and they gave me a lei from each girl in the state championship we won.
And talk about this, Matt. Her husband, Tim McDonald.
I don't think there's anything to say. The picture is worth 1,000 words.
And I'm sure.
Yeah, wearing the headband in memory of her mother, who was at every game, big part of the program. I'm sure she's somewhere in tears, happy for her daughter.
The one thing that eluded Coach McDonald was his South Jersey Group 2 crown, and it eludes her no more. 45-34 is the final over 5th-seeded Haddonfield, who is going to be a force to be reckoned with in years to come. And we'll get off to a quick break, and we'll come back with post-game reaction. Sterling, Lady Knights, South Jersey Group 2 champions. We're back right after this.
South Jersey Group 2 champion. Sounds pretty good, girls. And it's only fitting, Monty Solomon holding the microphone. You got things started off with a starring rendition of the national anthem. Did you just sense the energy in this building?
You know, championship game, so I was like, why not sing my heart out? And I just gave it all for the team.
And you did a great job, and that was the first we heard of the super fans. Guys, in general, and we'll talk about the game. Talk about the impact that the super fans, we'll go to you, Jordan, the super fans had in this game.
I mean, they were great. Like, they fueled us. You know, they gave us more fuel. Like, they gave us more energy.
Yeah.
You know, and we're just glad to have them. We have the best super fans in Group 2, probably all the groups of South Jersey, and I just give it to them. They really went all out for us, and I appreciate it.
And you in particular, it just seemed like when this game started, you just weren't going to be denied. Was that your mindset coming into this game?
I mean, whatever it took. I had to provide for my team. I had to do whatever it took for my team. You know, that's what I just did today.
And it's funny you say that, because towards the end of the game, three of us were talking, and we felt like, as a whole, your team, I mean, there were points where there was turnovers, a little bit of sloppy play here and there, but for the most part, a great game. And when Haddonfield kind of fought you guys a little bit, came close, it was whatever it took. Talk about all the intangibles, all the little things that your team has done.
I mean, we've been tightening it up all season. That's what we worked on, whatever it takes, you know. But all the little things count at the end of the game. Rebounds, possessions, everything counts. So, you know, just us being able to hold it to that point and make sure we get all of the possessions and get all of our rebounds and not make so many turnovers, that's just how we won this game and how we got it back.
And also, one thing that was, you had the points in the first half. One thing we liked, and we'll go over to Lowy. Lowy, in that first half, obviously Jordan was your main offensive weapon. Talk about, though, what you guys were able to do on the defensive end.
We always say that our defense is the strongest thing about us, and teams can't beat us because of our defense. We have Jordan down low, and
A little closer.
we have Jordan down low, and if that's what we have to do, and I'm pretty sure she missed what? She didn't miss that many layups today.
Were you,
so, you know.
Were you in particular trying to jump some of their passes? It looked like you probably had more steals in this game than you had at any particular time. And watching the films and knowing how your perimeter game really shut them down the second half of last game, was that a key to trying to cut off some of the passes and your anticipation on defense?
Well, we knew that they were a shooting team, and we didn't want to get any shots off. So if I could anticipate that pass, then I would get it. So.
Well, it was just a great job by you, Lo, and your entire team. We'll go over to Layla. Layla, you were in, I believe it was your first game back the last time you guys played. Was that your first? Or
No, it was Overbrook.
Or you were just kind of getting yourself, after the injury, back on track? Or weren't you weren't in that game?
No.
Talk about your coach right here.
Not in her eyes.
Little bit of a payback.
What is that?
And
go get your towel. How did I know that was going to happen? I thought it was paper towel.
It was in your mouth.
Layla, we'll go back to you. Great job by Coach with the pie in the face. But Layla, you came into this game. Talk about what your job was coming into this game. Were you thinking defense, or what was your job?
My job was defense, and knowing that when Jordan had foul trouble, for me to pick up on the boards or whatever.
And it looked like a few times you came with those short pull-up jumpers. It looked like the defense was going Jordan's way. Talk about when you got into a one-on-one situation. Was that your role to try to take advantage of that?
Well, me going to the high post and Jordan being on the block, they all go to Jordan, so I'm always, most of the time, wide open. So.
And obviously you sat out at the beginning part of the year, but we felt like coming off the bench, you've really had a great impact in this championship run. Did you get more and more confident with each round in these playoffs?
Yeah, of course, especially towards the end, because I knew I had to step it up more for this game.
Well, it was just a great job, Layla, and we're looking forward to seeing you come in next year, and thanks for coming on with us. And we're going to go to Taylor, because CMR is kind of denying us a little bit. And Taylor, talk about what you had to do under heavy pressure. They pressed you a little bit. What was the key to you guys breaking that press?
The key was taking our time and watching our passes. And then once we got past the half-court line, we were planning to run a play full through.
And it looked like the second half, again, with the defense going towards Jordan, you had some opportunities. Did you see things swaying and see things opening up? And was it your mindset that you had to try and take advantage of those offensive opportunities?
Yeah, sometimes I would take them. Other times I would run the play through just that we could run the clock out instead of trying to rush a shot.
And talk about your level of confidence from the beginning of the year till now. First year varsity start at the point guard position. What really was the biggest impact in you getting over the hump and becoming the player that you were, and especially in this championship game?
I think raising my confidence was my teammates. I think they really push me up every time I get down on myself, or anytime I feel like I haven't done anything good. They always uplift me and I always feel better.
And Taylor, great job tonight. Another one who we're looking forward to seeing next year. And thanks for coming on with us, and congratulations. And we will go back to CMR. Okay, we finally got to him. Don't mess up Mr. K's microphone. Okay, Hannah's going to help you out here. CMR, again, when the defense was swaying towards Jordan, it seems like at key times in this game, whether it was defensively or offensively, you came up with a big play. Was that what you were thinking, what your approach was coming into this game?
Actually, yeah, it was. It was just, in my mindset, it was just to get the ball to Jordan, because I know with my passes should just be able to finish.
And talk about the physical play down low. Obviously, they were putting a lot of pressure on Jordan, but a couple times they came over towards you. Was this a very physical game when you compare it to some of the other games?
Probably not. I've played against more physical girls, so it wasn't really too physical.
What do you think was the key to you guys as they came back? A couple times they got it to within 4. Really had some good pushes offensively, hit a few threes. What was the key to you guys as a team pulling away from them?
Defense.
The defense, okay. And it seems like that's what everybody says. Was that what Coach was stressing throughout this game and even in halftime?
Just a little bit, because we knew we had it in the bag, and we knew our defense was going to win us the game. So when we started to slip up, we just had to pick it up back together.
And you guys definitely did that. CMR, thanks again for coming on with us, and a great job this year. And definitely one of the players from last year, this year, has probably improved as much as anybody. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we'll go over to Hana Marshall here. No stranger to post-game championship interviews. Yep. And obviously you got injured early on, and that had to be a tough thing. But I'm going to ask you, compare this team, the team chemistry on this team, to your team in soccer last year that won the Group 2 championship.
This isn't a team, this is a family, and I can guarantee everything outside of school, like, they're always together. They always want to be together. They ride or die for each other, and that comes from Kate. Kate, she'll do anything for her team, and this team, we all love each other, and we're here to the end. So
is that why they don't get down in situations? They feel like they're not out there as individuals, but they're able to fight off some good runs, some very good teams in these 3 rounds?
And that's expected. Good runs are expected. It's a good team. They're in a Group 2 championship, but our team, it doesn't matter who you are, everybody's going to pick you up, whether it's our bench players or you're on the court.
Did you feel like this was just, you don't want to say in the bag, you don't say you're overconfident, But from the moment
the
you guys stepped
energy in
this
here
gym,
was insane. It was insane. You knew from the start, like everyone in this gym won with us. It wasn't just us. Everyone won. It was awesome. This is what high school sports are about. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
you just felt like this team was going to find a way, one way or another, to get it done.
Yeah.
Well, Hannah, thanks for coming on with us, and best of luck in the future.
Thank you.
And we go to Ahi here, coming in there off the bench, and we talk about your team and talk about the preparation and practice. Did you just feel the vibes from this team that this team wasn't going to be denied in this game?
One thing we've always learned is that to stay focused and put a lot of energy into our practice because it leads to how we play throughout our season. And obviously, our girls put in a lot of work throughout practice, and that showed on the court today.
Yeah, and probably the hard work, and you talk about game planning for a team and the hard work you guys put in. What was the key at practice yesterday that coaches was talking about? What were the main keys to this game?
Just getting a lot of rebounds, limiting our turnovers, and getting out on their main scorers, which we did pretty well today.
Yeah, it was the perimeter defense. They always stress that. Could you feel like leading up this game, did you guys have a real good practice yesterday?
Yeah, I felt we had a really strong practice yesterday and that we were ready for this fight. And we finished it.
And Ahi, how did it feel for you to be able to get into a championship game at the end?
It felt very energetic, and the atmosphere was amazing. The fans were great. It was a very fun experience.
All right, thanks for coming on with us, and great job and congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, and we'll go last but not least to Sabrina Shinkowicz. Still has some cake on there, but you'll take it, right? Holding the championship trophy. I'll ask you too. We talked to Hana Marshall. The similarities between this championship run and the championship run you had in soccer a year ago. Use your microphone. I'm not used to it either. Yeah, this is different for me.
You're asking the difference between them?
The difference between, or you can talk about the similarities between the two teams and the runs that you guys had.
I think on both teams we peaked at the right moment. We were playing our best games in soccer, especially. We were playing the best soccer that we played all season, and same with basketball. Like I said, I think it was Saturday. We started playing our best basketball after the Eastern tournament, and from there, we've just been getting better and better. So we peaked at the right moment.
We'll talk about tonight. Haddonfield got the game within 4. Obviously, a very dangerous team. Mm-hmm. What did you say to your team when that happened?
I think from the start, all day I've been saying we're not losing. Like I said, our mantra was, or has been all season, whatever it takes. And when we got that close, I wasn't worried at all. I knew we were going to win.
And talk about the first half. Obviously, Jordan had a monster first half. Talk about, that's good, you're doing a good job. Talk about what you guys, on the other hand, Jordan had most of the points, but what you were able to do on the defensive end. What was the key to you guys shutting down Haddonfield on the defensive end in that first half?
The key was definitely to be quick on the rotations and get out on the shooters, because they had a lot of dangerous three-point shooters, and just shut them down.
And also, it seemed like they were trying to go down to the low post in that third quarter. Mm-hmm. Was the help defense, and you're one who works defense on the perimeter, and the thing we were impressed with was also coming down to help defense. Talk about that. Was that part of the game plan?
Definitely. We knew the girl down low. I think her number's 31, right? We knew that she had one post move that she always did. She would cut and then do a spin move, and that's something we worked on in practice yesterday, so we were ready for it.
How did it feel? Obviously, you were part of that team last year. And for you, did the beginning of this championship run start at the end of that Lower Cape May game, in a way?
I think definitely, yeah.
Yeah, and that's when you guys got focused and just weren't going to be denied.
Yeah, we weren't losing again.
Well, Sabrina, thanks for coming on with us.
Thank you for having me.
It's great getting your second Group 2 championship, and great job tonight. Best of luck in the future.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Have a good night.
And we'll take this, and we will go to, I guess the coach is somewhere around here. Hey, Coach. There we go. I think we'll go with the one microphone, I guess. Go with 2? Okay. Championship game, we rewarded you with your own microphone. You may be able to run away with that, but I don't know. Mr. K will probably catch up with you.
It's attached.
I don't know what to say. I mean, this has been a long time in coming, and obviously there's been frustrations along the way. What was going through your mind in that last minute? Really, tell walk us through that. And we'll talk
The last minute of the game?
last minute of the game, what was going through
That we
your
did
mind?
it. That it was happening. That it was finally real. There's been so many times when it was right there, and it slipped out of our grasp. And this is just that last minute. Just watch the clock run down. Just try to take it all in.
Was it kind of ironic that this game was really, when you sum up your team, this game really defined it with all the different players that had an impact in this game. Talk about that and talk about how well they fought off different runs by Haddonfield throughout this game.
You know what? There are some days, like on Saturday when we played Middle Township, it was the tightest we've played as far as making sure we're clean and crisp and all that stuff. And today, I think the emotions got a little bit of the better of it. It was more of a sloppy game than we would have liked. But the bottom line is that I know this team knows how to win, and I know they'll do whatever it takes to get the job done.
And you talk about whatever it takes. Jordan, obviously, offensively in the last game, she was pressured and had a tough game. Did you sense in the beginning that she was going to have the monster game, especially the monster first half that she had on the offensive side?
You know what? It felt that way. It felt like this was the day that she was really going to rise to the occasion. And, she did what she was supposed to do and carried the team, and everybody else supported her along the way. And she'd be the first one to tell you that, it was the team out there, not just her.
And talk about with your team, again, third time in a row, Jordan got into foul trouble. Took, I believe, a 4-point deficit while she was out, extended it to, I think, a 7 or 8 point deficit. Yeah. Talk about your team and their ability to do that time after time.
It's a blessing in disguise that she's gotten in foul trouble so much time over the season because we're prepared for it. We're used to playing without her, and I think the other girls really have a sense of pride in showing that, it's not just Jordan that the team revolves around. It's the whole entire team, and she goes out, and everybody really steps it up without her.
The other two questions I'll ask you, talk about the impact that the crowd, the superfans in particular, had in this game.
The superfans were absolutely outstanding. They were here early. They had a game plan. They were fired up. They rallied around the girls all day. It was good luck, good luck, good luck. They were a huge impact on us tonight. The cheerleaders walking in, as soon as Haddonfield walked, they got on them right away. But, I thought they were positive and appropriate, and I was very proud of them and very grateful that they all came out.
The girls talk about this being a family atmosphere, togetherness. Talk about also, at the end of the game, seeing all your former players, the feeling that you had, seeing them, hugging them, and being with them in this moment.
Well, I think they all have a part in what we accomplished tonight because over the years, they've taught me a lot about basketball and a lot about how to get the most out of players. So all those kids here that came tonight came because I created a family and they wanted to support me even though they're gone. It speaks volumes. So I was very thankful.
Well, Coach, congratulations and great job. Feels good having this post-game interview, and we couldn't be happier for you. You just heard that from a lot of people who think the world of you, and best of luck in wherever you go in the next game. But right now, man, just enjoy this, enjoy the moment, and go celebrate.
Yeah, thanks for everything. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Okay. And we will take it back to Matt and Rob over there, courtside.
As always, a great job with the post-game interviews. It's one of the best broadcasts we've been a part of, Matt. A great experience. You're at South Jersey and state champion. How do you put into words what just happened here tonight?
It's tough to put into words. It's just so emotional. The one thing, I've been through a couple of these and they've all been amazing. I've never had one in the home gym and in this atmosphere. We've had some buses come up and the fans were great, but just the amount of students that came out to this game, and like Kate said, we're just from the start into the action and just a part of the game and just a tremendous day, and couldn't be happier for Kate and the girls.
Sterling will advance and play Thursday, either Manasquan or Rumson Fairhaven at a neutral site. So stay tuned to the website and and Twitter for more information. But Sterling, Lady Knights, South Jersey Group 2 champions.